Hello, today I'm going to be doing a deck review of the Antiquities of Magick Oracle, Volume 1, Traditional Tarot Symbols. This deck is by Julian C. Wild, and it is a beautiful oracle deck with 54 cards detailing a lot of really beautiful pictures. It says here, symbols act as clues that help guide our personal growth. Learn and explore the sacred language of the universe. Enhance your intuition and connection to self. Use this deck to create a more magical and meaningful understanding of life. So this is a really good deck. I personally really like it because it incorporates the Rider-Waite-Smith in the symbolism of these cards. So it comes with a guidebook that it actually shows you how you can incorporate. Sorry, I have to get this out of here. How you can actually incorporate the meanings of these cards to help you understand the symbolism in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So, I mean, this is a beautiful deck. If you're interested in working on reading more intuitively, if you are a reader, a beautiful card here that is included with the deck says, this deck has been set with the healing intention of connecting with the ancient wisdom of symbols. May it help deepen your relationship with self and the universe. All the answers you seek are mirrored in the divine. I'm glad we found each other. Love, Jillian. So this is a message from the artist of the deck, which I think is very, very personable, and it really shows that she put a lot of her heart and soul into this deck. It says, when we create space from our fears and surrender, the universe shows us everything. Magic and miracles are yours to receive. Jillian. So I want to go through this deck with you. I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to just go through some of the cards with you, just do a flip through so that you can see the beautiful imagery of the cards in this deck. And then I can kind of show you an example towards the end, how she relates it to the Rider-Waite-Smith and how it is helpful for learning. I'm actually going to put this here so you can see the guidebook next to the cards. So she actually puts into the description in the book why and how the symbols relate to, and what card it relates to as well. So let me just do the flip through here so you can kind of see the beauty of the cards and kind of get an idea of the imagery in these cards. Now, it's really helpful, and she even provides an area for you to make your own notes regarding what thoughts that you have when you're learning the cards and learning, going through the cards. You can put down and write down your own interpretation of the cards. It's a really great tool to work on your intuition. As a reader, if you are a reader, you know that intuition is important when you're reading or doing a tarot reading for someone or an oracle reading for someone. And so I love the fact that she provides that area in the guidebook for you to take note of your own instincts about the cards as you read them. So I personally have only used this deck a couple of times, mainly for myself. It does take some time to learn all of the meanings. Obviously, there are very specific meanings to these cards in this guidebook, but you can definitely utilize this deck as a clarifying oracle deck in tarot readings, or use them by themselves in an oracle reading for others and for yourself. And once you get into the guidebook and read some of the beautiful messages that Jillian has created for these beautiful cards, they are really, I consider them to be affirmations. And, you know, you can definitely read from the book if you are giving a reading, because what she writes in there is, you know, her own interpretation of each card, but it is a beautiful interpretation of each card. And so I highly encourage you to read from the book, even though, you know, a lot of people discourage that as a reader. I don't normally do that, but with this deck, I think it's, you know, her interpretations are really beautiful. So I don't see anything wrong with that. As you can see, the pictures on these cards are really beautiful. That's the reason I purchased this deck, is because the cards really stand out to me. The images really are powerful for me as a reader. And this is really, and she actually has a tarot deck called the Naked Heart Tarot, and it goes really well with this oracle deck. I will do a deck review of that as well in a separate video. So I'll give you an example of how she relates these cards, and let's do the rose. I think this is one of my favorite cards. That's why I wanted to do the rose. So if you look in the guidebook and find rose, it actually says here, the Fool, the Magician, the Strength, Death, and Two of Wands. Okay. This is where you will find the picture of roses in the Rider-Waite-Smith cards. You can find the rose in each of these cards. And as you can see here, your intuitive thoughts, she included an area for you to make note of your own thoughts regarding this card as you're learning the deck. So that's just an example of, you know, how she has incorporated the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot cards in order to help you learn symbolism of each card. And then there's a history of the rose, what it means, and then the oracle message. And this is the part that I said might be a good transition to read from the book if you're doing a reading, because it is her interpretation of the message in the card. You don't have to. You can go off of the symbolism and do your own interpretation in a reading. So it's up to you, but I just think that's beautiful to be able to have the option to share her messages regarding her deck. And I think this deck is a very beautiful addition to all of my oracle decks. And I'm not getting any kind of promotion from her. This is just, I'm doing this video because I love the deck, and I purchased it because I really enjoyed the imagery of the deck, and how she presents this beautiful imagery, and her take on each of the cards. I just think it's beautiful and amazing. I love the deck. I use it for myself, and I use it with my tarot readings as a side affirmation, or you know, another way to bring out some of the important messages in a reading. So this is the Antiquities of Magical Oracle, Volume 1, the Traditional Tarot Symbols. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for being here and listening to my spiel on this beautiful, beautiful deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Namaste.